lots of superstars on this team, and Shaq thinks that Dream Team 2.
Yeah.
Huh?
Shaq claims that Dream Team 2 was better.
Is better and would defeat Dream Team 1. It's one thing to say they were better. It's another thing to say they would defeat Dream Team 1.
Dream Team? That was so rude.
It was wrong that Shaq and I wasn't on a Dream Team. It was just wrong.
And I still
100% amen.
think Dream Team 2 could beat Dream Team 1. And I don't care who like it.
Clap,
Hey.
I was on Dream Team 2. I was on that team.
So you got David Robinson, 12. The stats are not worth looking at on Olympic basketball because, in my opinion, none of them look impressive because no heavy minutes are played.
Yeah,
but David Robinson, Shaq, and Akeem Olajuwon, who it really threw me off that Akeem Olajuwon was on this team because he was obviously not born in America. But I guess because he was a citizen at that point, I guess that's why you got on the team. As if we needed the help. Like, fucking
I think I had that question for Dream Team 1, why Hakeem wasn't on it. And you said that it was because he was African or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I would have figured.
Okay, so the way that it works is if at this point in time, if Hakeem is a dual citizen, then he can choose to play for whichever country he wants.
Look at Lindsay being all nerdy.
Because I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
So he must have not. He must have not. When did Akeem Olajuwon become an American citizen?
He was in Houston for at least 10 years at this
That's
point.
what I'm saying. He might have just had visas the whole time.
He's made American money. No, he's making American. Well, the visa makes you a citizen.
No, it's just a visa. You have to keep reapplying for it.
Yeah, but I thought. See, I don't know this shit. See, I know all y'all little assholes probably thought that I was like from DR or something, and I had my visa and stuff. Nah,
So he became a U.S. citizen in '93. So right after the first Dream Team. So Akeem said,
"Oh, so that makes sense."
Yeah,
he was like, "They were whooping ass this whole time. I had to deal with that. I ain't doing that again. I'm spinning."
You think I want to go against these fucks? Get out of here! I want to chill.
Fuck that.
You hear the last? Did you hear what happened in '92? It was fucking glorious. That's what I want to be part of. Fucking. So Akeem, David Robinson, and Shaq are the big men, right? You got Gary Payton, Penny, who's actually called Penny on this screen and not Anthony. And
what? Wait, no, I don't. What?
Let's see. Does it go to Anthony if I click on it? Nope. It goes to Penny Hardaway's international stats exclusively.
That is some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen on this website. I like this website, but that's fucking dumb.
That's fair. I was going to say the same. But then you got Reggie Miller, best three-point shooter of the era. Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, two guys from the original Dream Team.
I don't know, man. Charles's three-point shooter was a little better than Reggie's during that Dream Team time, you know?
Oh, yeah, sure. This makes sense. I could totally tell with his.
Yeah, he was almost shooting a three a game.
How many threes did he take in the whole thing? 4. Fuck you. In 8 games. But
in 7 games.
Sorry.
He didn't play one of them. Yeah,
he must have been too drunk one game and was like, "You guys got to take over, do it yourself." But do you think this team had enough talent to fucks with Dream Team 1?
So let's really break this down because some people might not know who each of these players are, which is understandable for some of them.
My most simple question, though, is like, what are the ages of the teams respectively?
So like average age?
Average age?
Yeah, because like everybody's like, oh yeah, Larry Bird's on the Dream Team, but Larry Bird also like had a broken back essentially.
Yeah. No, yeah, I was gonna really
context super
so really the Dream Team only really had 10 players because they didn't play Christian Laettner and Larry Bird was disabled. So you had 10 guys. On this team, you have a solid 12, right? You get three of the best centers, the top three centers of the era, right?
Right.
Arguably, some people might argue Patrick Ewing, whatever. And then you get what I like about this team is the inside out that the other team doesn't have.
You're saying Dream Team 2 has more inside out?
Yeah, because there's the bigs in the inside, and then you got solid 3-point shooters. You got Reggie Miller. You got my man
Mitch Richmond, The Rock. Shooting, making 1.5 threes a game, taking 3. One of my friends completely fucks me up in 2K with Mitch Richmond all the time.
Yeah, no, I was
underrated shooter of the era.
It must the guys that I was looking at must have been on the reserves too, because I had a few other people that aren't on that list that I knew was on it, but they have more 3-point significantly better 3-point shooting than the other Dream Team. The only thing is, you got the greatest point guard of all time, and you got the greatest shooting guard of all time, all in that one team, along with solid bigs that, well, some of the bigs are even playing on this team. So it's like, I don't know, like I feel like it would definitely go 6 or 7 if they actually like played and it was a series.
The fun part is, I was about to say, the fun part is it would be Super Bowl style, gold medal game. Like,
yeah, so like
it would have to be. There is no series in Olympic basketball. It would have to be.
Yeah, that's true.
The one game, for the gold medal, and there's a lot.
And they have the clutch shooting too, like because you got Reggie.
Guys, I want to see how many guys are on the team that are on both teams. Carl's on both teams. That's one.
Yep.
Robinson.
Yep.
Stockton.
Yep.
Barkley. Scotty. So that's 5, right?
It's 5. Yeah.
So 5 out of these 12 guys are on both teams.
Yeah. Would you say?
Go ahead, dude.
Would you say because I'm now because if we're comparing, obviously MJ against Reggie, that doesn't even count. But I would say Hakeem over David Robinson.
This is where it gets interesting, right? This is when Lindsay was talking about with context and looking at each guy specifically. And I would pick, if I'm just looking at the 5 guys who are on both teams, I would say Charles Barkley's better in 92, right? He's about to be the MVP of the league, as opposed to now he's in his later 30s, and he's way closer to retiring than he is his prime, right? You got Stockton. Stockton's kind of a guy who was consistent throughout the entire 90s.
Yeah. I'd say he was better now, though.
You think he was better in 96?
Like, if you look at it, that's when he had his team performed the best right after the season. 96, 97, 98 is when they go to their 2 NBA finals, and it's because of him. I think for one of them at least, because he has that clutch shot, that clutch 3. You know that?
Yeah. If we're looking at it from a winning NBA's perspective, sure.
Yeah.
But I would say this is closer. I would say this is closer to his prime than here. Like, he's not even going to make the All-Star team the year he makes the finals.
Yeah, but he's 96, right?
Yeah, so it's the difference between here and here. So he's just coming off these 2 years. I would say the first year is better than the second year. But to what we were both kind of saying, it's close. It's definitely close.
Yeah. Is Karl Malone on the Dream Team?
Yeah, Karl Malone is on both teams.
Yeah, okay. So you still get that Stockton Malone.
Yeah. So that's always going to be there. Who else did I want to look at? David Robinson. I think David Robinson's definitely better in 92. Another guy who's about to win an MVP in 94 and, significantly younger. Because that's a guy who missed 2 years to be in the Army.
Well, it's 2 years away from on both sides, though. can't really.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying in terms of age, like it might make a big difference. So if we're looking 95, 96, and 91, 92.
Yeah, I mean, he had a better season in 95, 96.
Yeah, all right. So David Robinson's better in
What's
96.
that 4.4? Is that turnovers?
I think it's blocks. It probably is blocks, but where?
Up to, if you scroll up just a little bit. Okay, it's blocks. I was about to say, damn, you
Yeah.
average 4.4 turnovers as a center?
No.
You're bugging the hell out.
Why do you have the ball so much?
Yeah,
DeMarcus Cousins. What's the matter with you? Fucking, I think that what Shaq says about this is incorrect. Shaq says he looks at it like, who's guarding him? And they have a lot of guys on the Dream Team that can guard Shaq. Like, throwing Robinson, Ewing, fucking, you could throw Malone at him every once in a while.
You just named 3 people that can't guard Shaq.
They can go, like, they're going to be bodies to throw at Shaq. For sure.
That's food. That's food.
That's what he thinks.
Straight up.
Like,
I mean, that's what he did. We saw it. There's only one guy, and luckily the guy that could guard him is on his team. So, and barely.
I guess. I just think it wouldn't be like, it's not like
it would literally.
It's not like he's going through Angola. Is my point. Like,
so this is the thing. You're gonna have this is how I look at it. It depends on the pace that they're going, right? But you dump it into Shaq or Hakeem in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, whoever's guarding them, especially if they're guarding Hakeem, you need a double team. They got shooters outside, like, so it's gonna be literally Rockets ball. Like, you come in, you double team, pass it out. Now I got Reggie Miller, the greatest shooter of that era, open threes. Like, it makes it difficult for MJ or Scotty to take advantage, like they usually would with on guards and shit like that. Like, you can't just press them like you usually would. And you also got like a great defensive guard to go on Magic or MJ. And like, look at now you could have Scotty guard on Magic. You can have Gary Payton guard MJ. Say whatever we want. We saw Gary played really good defense on MJ. That was by far.
That was in the finals right before this.
Yeah, that was this season. That was this finals. And we saw MJ have his worst. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it was his worst finals performance of that whole decade, and it was against Gary Payton.
Sure.
So you could definitely argue that they could play defense on their 2 best players, and now you got Shaq and like. I just think it could go either way. I don't think it's just as simple as the Dream Team smashes, because I just don't agree.
I don't think Shaq is the reason why they smash. I think what you were saying is why they smash. And that's why, like, the whole reason we're even talking about this is because Shaquille O'Neal has brought it up on multiple occasions that they would completely smash the first Dream Team. Like, he's very confident. And he's not like, oh, it would be close. He thinks it would be destruction. I don't know if it would be.
I do think if they have their best game, I think they would smash the Dream. I think them at their best would beat that Dream Team worse than the Dream Team at their best against this team, because you don't have the floor spacing isn't open. You got a lot of guys coming to the basket. You got 3 of the best centers in that era to stop them at the basket. Especially, you got at least David Robinson and Hakeem, who are some of the best rim protectors of all time.
Right.
To like stop a MJ, like the things that they're great at, they would have issue. It's not going to be as simple and easy. And you've stated in the past that like Michael Jordan had hard time when he played against Hakeem because he couldn't get to the basket as easy, which is very well going to be the case, especially when you got 2 7-foot giants. Yeah. If it's whether it's Shaq and Hakeem or David Robinson and Hakeem, it's just going to be complete. Like, it's going to be way harder. I think the Dream Team edges them out if they win the game. I think if Shaq's Dream Team 2 plays at their very best, they can blow them out because it's just a math thing at that point. You're gonna have 3-point shooting and you're gonna have easy buckets between Shaq and Hakeem. If you don't double team, Shaq and Hakeem is getting what they want. And if you do double team, you're getting open threes. Like at some point, they're gonna be like, "I'm gonna double team." Especially in that era, they're gonna say, "I'm gonna double team," and we'll see if they make the three. That's how they're gonna be playing.
This is something we're gonna. No, you're good. I brought this up. I'm not bringing this up to counterpoint or nothing, but I'm just something you said made me think about like just Shaq and being like dominant, and it's crazy. And over this summer and the next season, we're going to be talking about this. It's crazy how much Shaq's body changes over the course of the next 12 months. Because he's not by the time his first playoff run comes with the Lakers, he's not going to look like this. He's so thin. He's so thin right here playing for the Dream Team. It's crazy to me. Like, and he's going to
looks more like a bear with the Lakers.
That's what I'm saying. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the baggier Laker clothes. I don't know. I always thought that it was the Magic jersey looked tighter, but
yeah,
fucking Shaq. That's the one. And the other reason why I wrote this up is I feel like as we move towards this Lakers era of Shaq's career, the pace is going to go like a rock in the NBA, or sink like a rock. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this Shaq, who still kind of has, the hop in his step and running back and forth, and like, you don't have to worry about the pace as much. The pace can go up, can be elevated, which I think would benefit them in their 3-point shooting. No? Or the Dream Team too.
If I was them, I think what benefits them the most is the slower pace when it comes to 3-point shooting.
You think? Because I think the 92
because either way they want to get their sets ready, right? Like you want to get Shaq or Hakeem in the post and then work off of that. Like so, you don't want to rush down the field. Rush down the court.
Yeah.
And set that out. I feel like you want to take your time. You want to beat them. You pretty much ground and pound. Like no matter how good MJ is, when you got automatic buckets like Hakeem and Shaq right at the rim, it makes it way more difficult for MJ to counteract that. Especially
right, but it's not just MJ on the '92 Dream Team. Like we got Magic, we got MVP Charles Barkley.
Now look at that. Like guys. Charles ain't gonna look like that against when you go like Charles Barkley is 6'6". Like I know a lot of people forget this, but Charles Barkley is 6'6", 280 pounds. He coming down on 7 foot, 300-pound monsters. These are just facts. Charles Barkley gonna have a hard time coming down against 2-3 freaking centers like
22, 12, and 5 in 28 games versus Hakeem Olajuwon. Like it's not. He'll be okay.
But there's 2 Hakeems there though.
I get it, but
there's 2 7-footers.
Charles Barkley in that summer was considered, if not like, it was him and Jordan. Like this is peak Charles. This is as good as Charles Barkley's going to be. Like and that matters.
Disagree.
That absolutely matters.
Isn't like Charles's whole career on the fact that he plays bigger too? Like,
yeah. Thanks. But the whole thing is when you have 2 7-footers towering over you, it makes it significantly more difficult to make a layup or a dunk. Like
sure, but that doesn't stop him from hitting like a mid-range jump shot, which he
wasn't that good at.
He was completely capable of hitting a mid-range jump shot.
Yes, but not jump shot. If that's gonna be his main source of scoring, he's not gonna score whatever he normally would.
I don't know. That's assuming he's with a team that he's the main. Like it's so different when you're looking at the Olympic roster. There's so many guys. Like
I'm for once, I'm taking Shaq's side. I think they beat the Dream Team.
I think
they beat them by.
I think it's extremely close. I think if MJ and Scotty do to Penny what they just did in the playoffs before, where they just lock them up, especially 92. Because this is the other thing. It's not like they're all playing in 96. It's 92 Scotty and 92 MJ, who, as I've said repeatedly, were better in the first three-peat than the second three-peat. Going against these guys. Yeah, Larry and Christian are probably not going to play, but Magic is still playing at a very high level. Charles Barkley's playing at the best level he's ever going to play at, as I said before. I just think there's guys here that make it a close game. And maybe the threes do make a difference for the Dream Team. Like, I'm not telling you you're wrong.
So is Magic playing at a higher level than Gary Payton at this point? I don't think so.
I guess. I mean, but like, what is that? I don't know. So you think
I'm comparing position to position.
6'4" Gary Payton's going to do something with 6'9" Magic? Like, Magic's just post that guy up. Like, it'll be penny guarding.
But Magic can't get to. He's not going to get to the basket that easy. That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah, but Payton, you don't think that you think that doesn't go both ways, because there's great defenders on the other side as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. But the whole thing is Gary Payton. So pretty much it's like a zone in a sense. You look at it as Gary Payton is protecting the perimeter. That's what he's best at. Now you got a guy, if Magic gets by him somehow, which this is Magic after he's retired for a year. He's not that same Magic.
But he would post them up. Like, I don't know why you're thinking about.
That's what I'm saying. He'll post them up
right? In the back. Like, he tried to just back them down.
Exactly. Now, when you post them up and you spin to the paint, who's going to be there to meet you?
He's definitely going to end up passing. He wasn't looking to score all the time.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, a majority of their points are coming 16 to 15 feet towards the rim. So you're going to need to get MJ for mid ranges, or because you're not scoring in that paint. It's going to be significantly harder, is what I'm saying. Like, that you are.
I don't know. Magic's making a 3 a game, and he's shooting 46% on his threes. Mullen's shooting 53%, taking three. Like, there are guys who are hitting outside shots.
And that's what I'm saying. Now, look at the defenders guarding those guys now. You're going to have Gary Payton, freaking Scottie Pippen. You got great perimeter defenders that are not going to be like Magic is not going to be.
You also have Reggie Miller and Mitch Richmond. You also have Reggie Miller and Rich Richmond, who are not defined as great defenders at all.
Yeah, that's fine. But they're going to be hitting the threes.
I just don't think it would be. I think it would be extremely close, and I don't know who would win this game. I really don't.
I think the threes. 15.
I think the threes on Dream Team 2 might be able to make a difference, but that is assuming. I don't know. I think there's a lot of assumptions to say that they would get blown out. That's for sure.
No, it's not a blowout. It's just about 15.
That's a blowout, especially by 90s rules.
Well, again, that's what's happening.
Yeah.